Okay, so we have an 1850 battle report. I'm so excited to be playing Tyranids. Now that I've decided to get into the Tyranid army, I get to play against them, see all the tricks used against me, get my butt kicked a little bit. And we got 2 Flying Hive Tyrants, looks like. There's Hive Guard, Zoanthropes converted. These guys are just 2 extra warriors, pretty cool conversions. Check that out. Those are bodies off of Blight Drones, right? Shrikes over here with a Lashwood Bone Sword. Lots of Termagants everywhere. A unit of 3 Biovores ready to kick ass back there. And tons of little Griblies, Venom Thropes causing trouble. I have 1850. I've got 2 units of Jetbikes coming on in reserve. 2 units of Warp Spiders, 8 guys each. 2 units of 20 Guardians. They're piled into the corner because the 54-inch range, 48-inch shot assault plus potential 6-inch move extends up to about here. I do not want to get nuked on turn 1, especially since even though we rolled Night Fighting, my opponent rolled Night Vision for his army within 12 inches of his guy. Now I rolled Warlord Trait, Strategic, make it Night Fighting if you want, so that was irrelevant because we rolled for Night Fighting and it happened. Got Brightlance Walkers, big guy with the Scattershield and the anti-infantry cannon. 2 units of vehicles that are just empty, ready to pick up stuff in case these guys start getting slaughtered. Both of my Farseers rolled identical powers. 2 Primaris, Guide and Prescience, and both of them rolled Forewarning for Invulnerable save. And there's a bunch of powers over here. It'll probably take a while to go through them all, but there's a Catalyst, somewhere a couple of Onslaughts, right? No Dominion anywhere, right?
Nope.
Okay. So no Dominion necessary, lots of synapse everywhere. And that is it. My opponent's going first. Unless I can try to steal on a ship, I'm going to try on a 6. Nope, and turns are going first, right?
Let's not be dicks.
That's right. Let's make sure the dice treat us humbly and well. Okay, so rounding up the top of turn 1, Tyranid army showing us the power of the new Codex. Onslaught cast onto the Biovores, moved up I think 3 inches, ran a bunch more inches, I think 4 or 5 or something, 6 inches, beautiful run, allowed to shoot and run with their barrage, that's an assault weapon, got into range, mercifully, the drifts were merciful to me, I think 8 hits, 6 guys killed, no saves anywhere. Dead. Pinning check passed though, luckily. Leadership, thank goodness for the Farseer. Leadership 10, rolled a 9. The whole unit would have gone off the table without him. So, you got to have that leader in there. But good whopping good hit from the Tyranids, and they moving up forward. Forgot to mention the 2 Hive Tyrants are inside units of Tyrant Guard. And it's pretty sweet. We're both, I'm pretty sure that the interpretation is that they're able to just, join like an independent character until we hear any other fact nonsense. They join like an independent character, which means they can leave at any time. Good way to protect them as they move up. Venomthropes setting up a nice net of defense there. And back in a bit with the Eldar for turn 1. Rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Eldar. Managed to get first blood. What do we do? 4+ invulnerable, 4+ invulnerable. Prescience Guide failed with the perils. Prescience succeeded with double 1s, so I used my 3rd power to stop the perils. What happened? This guy over here, Prescience 1 unit, guided these guys over here that were trying to be guided. And so those 2 units were Prescience. These guys jumped up over here, tried to weaken the wall of Hormagaunts. Those guys moved up, weakened the wall of Hormagaunts. It took that vehicle to kill the wall of Hormagaunts. I got a little fancy, maybe with some bad ideas. I fired that into the wall of toughness 6 stuff, seeing what I could hurt. I think I killed 1 guy total and put 1 wound total on 1 thing. I put 1 wound on a Shrike somewhere, whatever. Didn't get a lot of action out of that, so didn't make a very good decision with this guy. But I was trying to see what I could do against that unit with the big guy. But other than that, these guys moved up, spread out. I'm trying to keep my Psychers back as far as possible to avoid Shadow in the Warp, screwing over my whole army too quickly. But it'd probably still get me anyways. And I'll go on to bottom of turn 2 for the Tyranids. They're charging forward. Okay, middle of top of turn 2, wrap up. Assault starting. Hive Tyrant says, forget this. I'm going to hide myself in combat with the big guy. Because, it's not very likely that we're going to kill each other anytime soon. That unit tried to help out with the charge in here to insta-kill him, but couldn't quite get in. They needed up 7 or 8 inches. They only got 6. What else happened on the turn? Vehicle dead. Hive Guard come out. Penetration and a glance, blew off a gun, and the Hive Tyrant devours, finished it off with glancing hits despite the cover saves. These guys moved out, ready to assault something next turn. Flukiest of flukes, man. Our psychic defenses, I guess, were just like buffed up before the battle. What happened? Horror from that guy over there. Yep. Okay, horror from that guy. Made our 6+ Deny the Witch, and Deny the Witch from those guys firing blasts into these poor bastards made our 6+ deny the witch. But that's that. Quick question: the horror, if you it's a shooting attack? Malediction, not a shooting attack. Sorry, never mind. That's a good use of the power. I'm telling you, I can't wait to start using this stuff in Tyranids. Okay, so back in a bit with this awesome combat. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, so combat, bit of a gong show. 1 wound into him, 1 wound back, but check it out, the first time ever in like, I don't know how many games, the blinding shield works. It blinds the Hive Tyrant. The poor guy rolls a 6. He gets blinded. I've never seen that happen. My own guys had to test because these idiots were too close, but they passed with a 5. Somehow the Hive Tyrant is blinded. I can't believe it. But you know what? That's the first time it's ever happened, so I guess it was bound to happen at some point. And it's on to Tyranid turn. We're going to try to... oh, sorry, I forgot to mention 8 of these guys wiped out instantly by those biovores. Those biovores are godly. I love them. So we've got to figure out something there. Even with the 4+ save, managed to kill 8 guys. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up top of turn, bottom of turn 2 for Eldar. Got some powers off here. Killed the Shrikes with a combination of shooting from that unit, and then the last single Shrike, I decided to fire all my Bright Lances and run over here at, because it is worth a point in this scenario. We're playing the Scouring, so I killed him. It was pretty close though. Only got 2 wounds through on him, and he had 4+, but he failed one of them. Otherwise, over here we got 4+, guide on these guys. We were too far away to prescience anything meaningful, so prescience. Sadly, not much happening there though, and that's that for now. But combat was a gong show. The blind didn't mean much. He didn't hit me, but I didn't really hit him back. I only got 1 hit despite needing 3s. So bit of a gong show. On it goes, and it is top of turn 3 coming up for turn. All right, the Tyranid swarm closes in on the Eldar army. What happened? This guy comes in over here. A bunch of Devourer shots. By some miracle, out of 9 saves, I passed all but 1, so they didn't have to make a leadership even. These guys came in, tried to charge. I overwatched, got a few wounds in, but they made their cover saves. But they just couldn't, because they were rolling extra dice. Even with fleet, they couldn't quite get this large distance here. Over here, combat continued. No longer blinded, but managed to put a wound on me. I got 2 wounds through on him, but feel no pain. Keeps getting cast from Catalyst. This time from him onto those guys as well. Made both feel no pain. It's pretty impressive. So he's really putting the hurt into me there. Better than I expected. And otherwise, not a lot of other stuff. Biovores fired. Didn't get a lot of great hits though. Killed, I think, 4 guys over here. Made our 1 and 1. Sorry, killed only 1 guy each from units. But we made our pinning checks, but we didn't have to make leadership. And that was pretty much it. So we're going to try to respond top of turn 3 coming up. Okay, rounding up top of turn 3. Not a great turn, although we did manage to blow away the brain bugs. So that was helpful. That was combination shooting with guided from those guys, vehicle. A bunch of other shooting. Tried to kill that one of those guys, but no luck. Over here, combat. 2 wounds into the Wraithknight from Smash. Pretty awesome in that regard. Again, I only got 1 wound on him this time, but he at least failed it. But I just cannot hit very well. But now we're down to 2 wounds each. He's going to slaughter a Wraithknight. Can't believe it. And some shooting from over here. Killed one of the Hive Guard, but nothing else. And we managed to kill 2 of the Venom Throats, but not the 3rd one, with the Bright Lance fire, despite the front guy having a 2+ save. So I took a risk, and it paid off, but there still is a Venom Throat left, though. And that's it. So we're on to turn 4 for okay, so rounding up. Things are getting a little faster now. These guys ran into combat with the big guy. No wounds caused against me for once, though. Managed to put 1 more wound into this guy. Finally, no more feel no pain happening. Unfortunately, this unit running from a hit from what hit these guys? I don't even remember. Biovore hit them in a bunch of units. Pinning check passed though. These guys ran though. Over here, shooting from Hive Guard killed a few guys. No, the Hive Tyrant. They're running just on the edge of the board. So, and one of these guys blew up from Hive Guard. They were in range just to kill one. The other guys were just out of range, but we got that going on. So yeah, this is getting tough here. Bottom of turn 4. Okay, so we had a pretty exciting end of the game here. What happened? I moved out here, blew away a bunch of these guys. Shot at this unit, no effect whatsoever with a bunch of rending stuff, no effect at all. Managed to kill the Venom Throat before just to make sure nothing had good cover saves with the vehicle blasted in there, but didn't matter, I just couldn't get any wounds on. Over here, I prescienced him finally because I was out of range for so long. I finally gave him a 4+ invul save. Of course, because I boosted him, he fails miserably, doesn't kill anything. Couldn't even kill that guy with prescience and rerolls, lots of 1s rolled, and dies. We actually have to call the game here because we're leaving the store, so,
yep.
But man, what a game, eh? That was a good fight.
Yeah, and the last move, of course, is
there's some nice tricks
to contest a 4+.
Yeah, and then we're going to try to end the game there, and so on and so forth. Plus, he's also got 2 Hive Tyrants near me. One of them's probably going to wipe out one of my units of troops, very likely. So I don't foresee this going very well for Eldar at this point. But man, what a cool battle, and it was so cool to see some combos. The fact that you can onslaught those guys, run them, blast and barrage 48 inches with a blast weapon. Love those guys. Love them. Totally awesome. Keeping the guys inside the Tyrant Guard units, very smart idea, keeping them alive. You know, really kind of kept them in the game, and you know, I'm just sort of saying this just from a perspective because I want to play Tyranids. So, and then, yeah, I mean, everything else just kept pushing, and it looked like I was doing really well with killing you. But in the end,
it took a long time to kill the Venom Throats.
It took a long time to kill the Venom Throats, yeah. And eventually, by the time you got in there, it just there wasn't enough of the wieners would have gotten me. See what I mean? Like, and plus these guys hidden in their units survived pretty nicely. This moron could have done a lot better, but you know, whatever. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Partly my fault. I forgot to run this unit. I moved them up, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to run in and put him within 12 of him, but out of 12 for Shadow of the Warp. Of course, forgot to do it. I lost 4 combats worth of re-rolling there, but so be it.
I can't believe I was silly wasting the Shrikes. They were
Yeah.
wasted. It's because they're unpainted. Unpainted
You know what?
models, they never come
Unpainted
out.
models never do well. That's a prime thing there. We know that. That's what happens. But man, what a cool battle. I got to shake your hand again. That was an awesome battle. Loved it. All right. Thanks.